packaging. Oh, okay, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. So let's take out the mouse here, put it aside for now, see what we get. So in the packaging, we get extra mouse feet, always a kudos, especially at the price this mice is selling it. Including extra pads is huge. So get the warranty card, seems like an instruction. Yeah. So the cable, it's not the best. I don't think it's the softest cable. I think because it has to provide data and power, so it has to be thicker, but could be worse. Also, Type C. I don't care, but huge bonus. And yeah, let's put everything aside here. Then we'll take a look at the mice itself, shall we? Let's go. So close this, and Alright, so today we'll be looking at the Fantech XD3 wireless Pro gaming mice, and again, it's by Fantech, and I've been using it as my main for about 3 weeks now, 3 to 2 weeks. And yeah, I'm just gonna share my experience, but I just give a quick TLDR for people who are interested in buying this mice. If any of the features that you're looking for is in this mice, and the only thing that's going on in your mind right now is you're unsure about the mice, 100% I'm recommending this. It's so good for the price point. There's really nothing else that I would change except for the coating. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, if you're looking for an 80-gram S2 shape wireless gaming mice that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, sure, go for it. It's a good buy. I would be happy for anyone who buy this. So first of all, let's talk about the build quality and the shape and the coating, all of that. And a lot of people say that this is a clone or a carbon copy of the Zowie S2. Now, I've never personally used the Zowie S2 as my daily driver or as my main. I've only tried it in shops before, but so I'm not really remembering. I don't remember the shape that much, right? But judging from pictures and like people showing that the feet worked with each other, so I'll just take it their word for it. But anyway, even without knowing the Zowie S2 shape, I'm a bit sad that I've never used the Zowie S2 shape, because this mice is comfortable, people. It's a claw grip mice, but I've barely used this as a claw grip. I'm more of a relaxed palm kind of fingertip. Like I use fingertip when I'm like try harding, but mostly I'm using as a relaxed palm grip, and it feels very nice. The buttons is easy to reach, the clicks, very good, and yeah, the shape is just awesome. And because of the S2 shape, you also get a pretty nice bump on the back here. My hand is about 20 by 19, no, 19 by 11, so it's very nice for me to palm these kind of small mice, right? Now let's talk about the build quality too. 83-gram wireless with no perforation, no holes, anything. Zero creaks, by the way. This is amazing gaming. Oh, there's a creak there, but it doesn't seem to have it anymore. But yeah, it's a pretty solid build quality for the cheap price. No rattle or anything without even holding the buttons. Like, it's amazing. It's a very good quality. And yeah, like even minimal flex. I don't think it's minimal. I don't think there's even any flex on the bottom here, which is good. Yeah, build quality amazing, shapes amazing. The coating is the only nitpick I have here. One of the two nitpicks I have. See, you can see that this coating here is have this kind of a nicer, brighter pink, and then the top one is a much more duller pink. And it's because that the side here is done in this kind of hard, kind of like rougher texture, and then the top here is just normal matte plastic. But I don't mind if they want to go for this like two-tone finishes, but this top finish doesn't feel that premium like the side ones, and the color doesn't even match. I've grown used to it because I've been using this as my main, but it always annoys me that this is two different pink. It looks very ugly in certain angle, but in your hand you barely notice it. So it's a bit of a nitpick, but something to bear in mind. The black one looks amazing though. But yeah, the coating is good, very grippy, very nice. So thumbs up for that. The top coating could change a little bit, make it a bit more match, Fantech next revision, All right, so that's the build quality, the shape, and the coating. Everything is good, I say, for the coating. But we'll talk about the buttons next. So Fantech is using Huano switches, so Huano 50 mil clicky switches. And I'll just give you a pretty quick sound test first before we go any further. So they are very clicky switches, very tactile. You can feel every click that you make. It's not like it's very mushy or anything, but it's a pretty heavier clicks too compared to like Omron 20 mils. And yeah, it's not bad. I really like these stiffer buttons. Very good, very clicky, very tactile. And the buttons itself have very minimal play. I mean, there's a bit of wobble here, but when you're gaming, it's barely noticeable. I've seen worse for mice that cost more. There's very little pre-travel and very little post-travel as well. So very nice, very good. I like the buttons, and they separated, so none of those like harder to press. Like it's 150 mils. It's already pretty heavy click. Imagine if they didn't separate the button and the shell, that would be worse. Scroll wheel, very nice too. I like it, very smooth. There's you can feel the bumps on it, but scrolling fast. It's very quiet, not loud at all. It's also a pretty easy middle click. Very light to actual, very good. DPI is a bit harder to press, but it's very nice because you don't want to accidentally click it. But yeah, pretty good, almost flush to the body too, which I really like. Now my second nitpick of this mice is the buttons, side buttons to be exact, because man, they are not tactile. I mean, you can feel the click to it, but they feel very mushy. This is because of post travel. Like, look at that. That's like a lot of post travel. I think they need to like tune that a bit, because every time you're playing your games, right, you can feel it, but it's just a bit of a nitpick as well. But I don't really find a reason to hate this mice just because of the mushy side buttons. And oh yeah, I also forgot to mention 100% PTFE white feeds here for 40 bucks wireless. Glides extremely well, very nice. I like it. I might need to change my pads because my pads is getting very dirty. I tried to wash it, but it's still kind of rough. But nevertheless, pretty nice glide, and you get another set on the box, so pretty good. Next is the sensor, and the 3335 sensor here is amazing. I don't see any reason for you to hate this mice because of the sensor. I guess if you're like a very competitive player, you might not like it, but then if you're like a very competitive player, this mice won't be on your list. Like, just a thought. But the 3335 for me on Valorant, which is like the only FPS game I've played currently, is amazing. It works really good. Tracking is amazing, my snipe is amazing, and because of the heavier weight, I just find my hand to be more stable around spraying, around lock on target. So flicking, everything has been very great with the sensor. You cannot change the lift off distance on this sensor, which is a bummer for some people, but I find no issue with this mice at all. Next is the battery life, which is a bit interesting. I don't remember how long they kind of marketed it at, but I've gotten about a week of use before needing to recharge on 500 hertz 50% battery, but on 1000 hertz 40% RGB, no, 50% RGB, sorry, but on 1000 hertz 40% RGB, I need to charge about 3 to 4 days of heavy to light use. So that's my battery experience. I don't have like those numbers for you guys, so I'm sorry, but that's it. And also it charges pretty quick for some reason. Maybe it's because of the type C charging port there, but yeah. And when it's low, it will blink red, and when you charge it, which is right here, when you charge it, it will blink orange, and then when it's full, it will just stay on green, which is pretty good. You can still use it wired, so that's pretty good, but I don't like the wires. It's pretty stiff, it's paracorded, but it just stays there just for charge. I've never even used it for an actual gaming session. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The weight again is 83 grams, and the mice itself is just really good. Fantech more of these. This is my first Fantech mice. I've known Fantech as a budget gaming company, because anytime I give my friends like a new mouse or something, I always give them Fantechs, right? I've never personally interested in Fantech designs until now. The UX3 and the XD3 is the first Fantech mouse that I look and was like, I need that immediately, and I'm not disappointed. The coding, yes, but as a general package, I'm so in love with this mice that if you have the money for it and you're not looking for like a $20 or a $15 gaming mice, I 100% recommend the Fanta XT3, because for the price, I don't think you can get anything better unless you pay for more. Like I've changed from the Death Adder V2, the Model O minus to this. Like this is such a good mice. The only close contendant probably would be a contestant. Probably would be the G Pro X Superlight, but that costs like 4 times as much, right? Maybe I don't know. I can't count. Is it 4 times? I don't think it's 4. I think it's 6 times. I don't know. Whatever. Out of topic. But it costs more. It just costs more. I'm sorry. Okay, it just costs more. So yeah, I 100% recommend Fantech. You're doing a pretty good job. Seal of approval, 100%. If you want to buy it, please just go buy it. Don't hesitate. If you have the money for it, just go pick one up yourself and try it out first, because the shape is amazing, the weight is amazing, the dongle connectivity, no lag. I've never seen any input delay at all. So yeah, very good mice, and I love it so much. Might stay on my desk until the next iteration come out, or if I spend my money on something else. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, any question, leave down in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as fast as I can, as much as I can if there's a lot of questions. And subscribe and like this content if you like how this video is layout, and the different angles and all the lighting setups. Might makes my skin look dark though. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.